Hi all, welcome to the first fly of 2020 at Dave Downey's Fly Time video production. It's not only a new year, it's also a new decade, so happy new year to all my subscribers and all the anglers out there in the world. Today I'm going to tie a little pattern that I like when I'm fishing in the sea for sea trout. It used to work quite well for the browns and the rainbows as well. It's a traditional pattern. I thought I'd kick off 2020 with using a traditional pattern. So I'm going to tie a cinnamon in gold. So for tying this fly, you're going to need some golden pheasant tippets. Right, those ones have been dyed sunburst. You're going to need some gold soft wire and small. I always like to use the Uni-Wire because I think it's a better wire and it holds its colour well. I'm going to use some gold and silver, which is Mylar. It's medium, but it's got gold one side, silver on the other side. So obviously, in the olden days you got gold and you got silver. Now you can get one that does both, which is fantastic. Tying it on a fulling mill, heavyweight champ, bronze. Obviously you can tie it on a barbed hook. We're going to need some tan, 14-0 sheer thread. Right. We're going to need a red game or a furnace hackle. This one's more like a furnace, so you would use this for like say a cockabundy and stuff like that as well. And we're going to need some duck quills that have been dyed cinnamon. Now these are sort of matched pairs, so you get one that concaves one way and the other one concaves the other way. So what we want to do first is we want to start with thread just behind the eye. Now this one I'm going to try and have almost touching turns most of the time because I want the body to be quite uniform and quite flat. And because we're using tinsel you can't really hide all the bumps and lumps. So we'll take maybe 5 or 6 of the golden pheasant tippets and we'll just catch it in. So 4 or 5 turns, so we just want that in at the tail. It's actually probably a wee bit more than 5 or 6 there, but it's fine. So we'll then run the thread back up the body. Then what we'll do is we'll get our gold wire. Now I'm just going to pull off a piece of gold wire here. And we'll straighten it out with our fingers. Okay. I really do hope you all had a good new year. And for the ones that have been out fishing so far in 2020, lucky you. We'll tie that back down. That says if you're tying these patterns off my YouTube channel or learning them and you're catching fish, please feel free to send me some pictures of the fly and pictures of the fish that you're catching. Right, so that's me tied the wire in. I'm now going to tie in, as you can see it's gold that side. Right, turn it over, silver on the other side. So we want to tie it with the silver side facing me, so it's towards me. So catch that in. This one we don't need touching turns. Then we go forward. Now I'm about 4 or 5 millimetre away from the eye of the hook. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I like to put a bit of varnish on the thread. Just a little dot of varnish on the top. Spread it along. Okay. What that does is it helps the tinsel. Strengthens it. So we're just going to basically wrap the tinsel over, but what we're doing is we're just trying to overlap as we go. Don't worry about going too close to the eye because we can just use the thread to cover up the tinsel. Let's get that one in and we'll cut that off. Right, so we've got a nice gold body there. What we'll then do, as always, for peace of mind, put a little bit of finish in there so that it's not going to flip off the end and then all come loose. We're now going to put the wire in. I say some people go the opposite way. I like to just go the way I went. I've never had any issues over the years. Right, that one's a wee bit too far apart, so I'll then move it. the wires to make it sort of segmented, but it's also to give it strength, and it adds a little bit of weight to the fly as well. So we'll just tie that in and just grab it and give it a wee shake, and it comes loose, and it saves your scissors from getting wrecked. You could have a set of dedicated scissors just for cutting wire, but I just prefer to give it a shuggle and a shake. So we're not that far away, we're almost finished. What we're going to do is take the hackle now. Now you can tie it whatever way you want. You can tie it with a beard hackle, or you can tie it as a full hackle. I'm going to tie it as a full hackle, so I'm only wanting 2 turns. 1, pull it back, 2, pull it back, and then just catch it in, and scissors in and clip away. Okay, so that's that one clipped away. So I'm going to tidy that up a little bit, just with a few turns of thread, and I'll give it a quick whip finish. 2, 3. It doesn't have to be 3 turns, you could do 2 turns. It's just to make sure it's secure. Okay. Now you could have a little bit longer on the thorax, the hackle there, but I'm quite happy with that. So what I want now is I want my my dyed duck quills. So if you look here, you can pull them apart and then you just push them and they'll join up again, because they're basically, it's a webbing. So you know, there's a web on there that's almost like little hooks that catches. So what I want to do is cut a piece off. Now depending on the size of hook, depends on the size of wing you want. So that's the first one, right? So that's a not bad size. So I need to get one from a feather from the other side, because it's bending the other way. So I need another wing, all the same size, so the 2 of them marry up. Right, so that one's a wee bit slightly bigger. So we've got two feathers, 2 pieces of feather now, right? So what I want to do is, you can see it's the way it's bending in the way, so I'm holding it flat so you can see it's bending in. So we want both of them going that way. If you're tying it as an old traditional dry fly, you would tie it the other way, an upwing dry, so that they were sitting out the way and pushing away from each other. I want the 2 of them sitting together, so I'm just putting them together just now. Right, so that's the 2 wings. You can see the gap in the middle. Now you can tie the fly like that sort of style of wing. I always preferred my wet flies to be that way. So I've turned the feathers upside down. I want the tips touching just on the end with the golden pheasant. So just, as I says, if they come apart, just brush them gently together and they'll go back together. Now what we're now going to do, we're going to offer the wings up. Right, so we've offered it up, so I'm going to transfer it to my left hand. With this one, I'm catching the thread between those 2 fingers and just putting a loose loop over the top and then pull it tight. And I'll do 3 or 4 turns just to see if the wing's sitting right. And I'm quite happy with that. Some people say, maybe you need to get that wee tiny fold out of it, but I quite like that. You know, unless you're tying for competitions, it's a fly to catch fish. So now we've done that, I'm going to lift this up a little bit and just trim that bit off. Right, and then all we're going to do is tidy the head up. We're not wanting a big huge head, so just as I say, the cinnamon thread really complements the fly. And I can see a little hackle fibre kicking about there that's getting in the way, so I'm going to cut that out of the way. It's like one of them annoying ones when you miss when you're shaving and you go to your work and realise you've got a hair, and just trim it off. Right, so that's it. Cinnamon and gold, really easy to tie. Problem is, a lot of guys aren't fishing the old traditionals anymore, and they still work. still work really well, to be quite honest. So all it's left to do is the usual, put some varnish on there. Don't worry about getting it on the eye of the hook. Just make sure you get it right round the thread without getting too much on the hackle. You can always give it a wipe, so just wipe that off there, and then all I'll do is get a nice bit, get a piece of wire that's been lying about, and then just clean the eye up, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. We've got a wee cinnamon and gold there. As I says, it works well for sea trout. It'll work well for trout, brown trout, and believe it or not, it actually does work on the lake of Menteith for those rainbows. So I hope you all enjoyed it, guys. It is the first fly of 2020. As I say, it's new decade, new year. Hopefully it's going to be a great year, not just for myself but for all the other guys around the world in the fishing industry and all the anglers of the world. I hope you enjoyed this. So you can follow me on Instagram, Dave Downey Fly Fishing. You can follow me on Facebook. Check out my guiding site, which is www.davedowneyfishing.com, or you can check out my online shop, which is www.fly-fishingworld.com. So thanks for watching another Dave Downey Fly Tying video production. As I say, all the best in the new year, and I hope you all have great days fishing in 2020 and years to come. Thanks very much. Bye.